Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling, the only podcast with enough huevos rancheros. I like that one. I use it a lot. It's a good one.
I approve.
To do a episode on a pay-per-view-ly basis. That's right. Around every WWE pay-per-view, we come in and do a couple episodes about what's going on, what our predictions are, and what our reactions are to that pay-per-view. I am your host with the most, Mr. Chris Nolan, and across the ring from me, just finishing up his 7-second dance break, is my co-host with the co-most, Mr. Timmy C.
Yes,
How are you, sir?
Right. I'm doing great now after I just had the dance break.
Yeah, it literally was doing a 7-second dance break because we're recording this while SmackDown is playing in the background. Oh, good. Lacey Evans is here.
That's your favorite. I think you sell yourself too short with your intro. You call yourself the co-host with the co-most?
No, you're the co-host with the co-most. I'm the host with the most.
I know.
Because I have a microphone.
You also have these beautiful belts that are around you.
I do.
And
adorning me at all times.
Well, and I notice you've got them in these almost like frames.
Yeah.
They're not, but they look great. Did you have them brushed?
Yes. Oh yeah. Every day I have like my maid come in and polish them.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You bring them to the ring and they look beautiful.
Yeah.
So, better than well, you know what? They'll look better with me. But we'll get to it. We're going to Fastlane because we're on the road to
WrestleMania.
That's right.
It's the last stop on the road to WrestleMania.
That's right. So I think to kind of kick it off, since R-Truth is on the screen right now, do we think we'll have an open challenge at Fastlane? Or is there not enough time?
I think if they could squeeze it in, there could be an open challenge. Let someone run in of no consequence, or let someone run in that will lead to a future feud.
That would be nice.
I know right before we started recording, you posited the idea that if this continues up to WrestleMania, that maybe. R-Truth's... Oh, shit. Sorry, Samoa Joe just came out to answer the open challenge. This prediction might change very quickly whilst I'm talking. But so if R-Truth somehow manages to find a way to continue his reign as U.S. champ through WrestleMania, or up to WrestleMania, then, oh, hey, look at that, Mr. Booyaka Booyaka 619. All of you know this, right? Because you watch the product.
Yes.
So I'm just unnecessarily commenting on things that are happening, days ago for you.
What would John Cena do, right?
But yeah, exactly. He would fight them both. Oh shit! Now there's Andrade too. Anyway, sorry. But if it goes to WrestleMania, that maybe since he keeps referencing John Cena as his idol since he was a child,
maybe John Cena will be his opponent.
Yeah, and I would be down for that.
Yeah,
give John Cena something to do at WrestleMania that's like kind of low key.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I mean, granted, it's the U.S. Championship, so it shouldn't. It's not low key, but low key. So, it's not retiring the Undertaker.
So what do we want to start with?
Well, do we want to
got 6 matches?
Do we want to recap Elimination Chamber at all? Since we didn't didn't get to do any talking about that.
Go ahead. Let's recap.
So, according to my list.
Yeah.
The first bout. Oh God, this is so long ago that I don't even remember. Was it Braun and Corbin? Okay, sorry. It was so long ago that all I wrote down here was who we predicted would win.
Well, we had a lot of similar picks, so that probably doesn't help you in the recap.
That too, yeah. So we both thought for sure Braun was going to win, and he did not.
Yes. Well, I think the big thing there was that. It wasn't because he lost straight up. There were shenanigans.
Of course, there's always shenanigans.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I honestly don't remember.
That's how good of a match it was.
Yeah, right.
Baron Corbin matches are forgettable.
Yeah. Then we did have the Intercontinental Championship.
We did.
The handicap match that we did not know for sure was going to be a handicap match while we were doing our episode. Right. I remember texting you like the night of, being like, "Oh, It is a handicap match.
Yeah.
That's why Leo Rush was on the thing.
Of course.
Both of us very happily, pleasantly surprised that Finn Balor is the and new Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
Or
And
champion.
still. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
still going strong.
Yep. Big
Defended
fan.
it against Leo Rush himself.
Yes. Who took an awful hit on Monday night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but beautiful. Awfully beautiful. Just
Poor guy.
Braun just plowed through him.
Poor guy.
There,
Poor guy.
scrape him off the wall.
Poor guy.
Then I have Ruby versus Ronda.
Yes, we all
weren't.
knew.
Yeah, we weren't surprised. Speaking of Ronda, okay. So last week, she had a very weird promo with Steph, where just straight out of the bat she was just like, reinstate Becky, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. After they had this Twitter feud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the Twitter feud just got better.
Oh yeah.
But like, so like, I feel like if I can get a little neckbeardy, real quick, my neckbeard senses are tingling. I think last week that was one of the worst promos that she's cut, just in the sense that like it didn't build to anything. It was just straight up. Yeah, it was just straight up reinstate Becky, and that's all it was.
Yep.
You know, and I was like, it's storytelling.
Yep.
Like even if you want to say, well, she was just, you know, like overpowered by emotion, like still, like you can build up to it with like a sentence or two. You know, don't just blurt out reinstate Becky, because like, you know, like you be like I want her, I want to kick her ass. You know, like that. You know, like give a reason as to why. I mean, I went to film school, so you know I'm gonna nitpick the script writing.
Yep. I'll allow.
But then jump to this past Raw last night for us, and that was probably one of the best promos that she's cut, at least you know, in recent memory for me. You know, like I don't remember her having a better one. She's had a couple good ones. Like she's not shit on the mic.
No,
but she definitely gets caught up in the emotion of, you know, being in the ring, having just wrestled or being about to wrestle, having the entire crowd booing her just because she's not Becky.
Yeah.
Which, yes, that is a shit hand to have been dealt, but also she's been part of combat sports. She should be able to deal with a crowd.
Of course.
But I think also, I mean, she was just expecting the crowd to love her because she's... Yeah, oh my God. I loved it. Damn the man, save the empire, and screw the woo.
Yep.
No more Mrs. Nice Bitch.
Yep, that was good.
That was aces.
Well,
aces.
She looked more comfortable this week than she did last week. Last week's promo was very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like she just she was walking on eggshells.
I think the big problem with last week, and I would not hold this against her at all, was because she was doing it right after she was done with a match. You know? She's tired. She's been physically exerting herself. This one, she's able to walk out fresh. Hasn't, you know, probably all she's done is like push-ups to excite her heart. You know, get the blood flowing.
Yes.
So
that's
you know
what I did before I walked in here for the podcast.
Yeah, it looks you're just swelling. You're about to tear that jacket apart.
Well, I mean, let's pump the brakes a little bit. You know.
But yeah, so. But back to Elimination Chamber. What a disappointing match between her and Ruby. It lasted, like 30 seconds?
It was. It was bad.
It was like a hashtag give divas a chance type.
Yeah, it was bad.
But redeemed the following night on Raw. I think I heard rumors that that by the time they got to Ronda and Ruby, they were like, we are overtime already. Even though it was like the third match.
Yeah, I read the same thing.
Yeah. Next on my list, even though not nearly next on the card, was Buddy Murphy defending the 205 Live Cruiserweight Champion. I am so glad that I moved my phone away from the microphone just now because it dinged very loudly.
Well, it was excited for Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, he's like, hey, that's WWE's best kept secret.
That's true.
Who was he facing? Akira Tozawa? Or was that the last?
No, it was Tozawa.
Okay.
It was the Fatal 4-Way at Royal Rumble. Tozawa at Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for paying attention to 205 Live.
Yeah, well, somebody has to.
Nobody
does.
I did end up catching this one because I was able to watch the show all the way from the pre-show to completion. Good match. What I would expect from Buddy Murphy. Very pretty shit that he was thrown in there.
Yeah, but I never felt like Tozawa had a chance.
I agree. As much as I personally enjoy Tozawa, I don't think that he's given enough push or carte blanche to really show off.
Yep, I agree.
But yeah, so we were all right that he was that he won. Now, what some might consider match of the night, at least my retaining of the championship was the tag team match for the SmackDown tag titles, the Busos versus the Ms. Mans, where the brothers defeated the best tag team in the world to regain the SmackDown tag titles, and thus solidifying that I would continue my reign as GCW Mark Predictions champion.
Yes, yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
So happy for you.
Other than that, whatever, it was a match. I mean, it was a McMahon match,
I was a little bit surprised, especially with the news that came out before.
Right,
pay-per-view with another arrest for the Usos.
Yeah,
that they would pull it out. But
you know what? But the last arrest for the Usos, that was one of the last times they won. So clearly that is the pay-per-view ritual of the Usos. Yeah. Although I think it was the other brother. Now they both have one off.
Yeah, they both can visit the penitentiary before they win the title.
Now that's how they know about the Usos penitentiary.
Yeah.
And then looks like the rest is a bit of a wash. I mean, it's the two Elimination Chamber matches, but both of us were wrong.
We were.
Well, I mean, our heart of hearts.
That's true.
So, what did you think of the Elimination Chambers? The Eliminations Chamber. No, Elimination Chambers. Matches. What did you think of the matches?
I thought they were okay.
Yeah? I heard a lot of people saying best, at least I think maybe just the men's, but a lot of people saying best Elimination Chamber match ever.
I think it's recency theory.
Yeah.
If they think it's the best ever.
Yeah.
I saw the same thing, and I just they were good.
Yeah.
They were fine, but I really didn't have any mark out moments.
Right.
I didn't have any.
You didn't have
wows.
any moms?
Yeah. I just I don't know. Maybe you saw it differently, but. I just it was fine.
Yeah, I really enjoyed a lot of the subtle things in the women's match. I mean, pretty much the entirety of the Iconics' presence in the match was just perfection.
Watching them, I was like, I know one guy that's loving this right now.
The sheer they as soon as they come out, everyone's down, so they're like, pin this person, pin this person, pin this person, pin this person, and then as soon as Nia and Tamina are out, they run back into their pod. Oh, it was just beautiful.
Yeah. But I think as that match went along, you knew that Becky and
Bailey.
Bailey and Sasha I had Becky on the mind. The man is always on my mind.
That's fair. I
but
get
Bailey
it.
and Sasha were going to win.
Yeah.
But we knew that kind of going into it. But as the match progressed, you were like, okay, I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Come on.
I do think a lot of them looked really good in the match. You know what I'm saying? It was to my memory, there was no bad moments.
No.
There was a hilarious moment where Nia Jax just barreled straight into the chamber without even caring that she wasn't aiming at Bailey at all.
Not even close.
and that would be the closest thing to a bad thing, but because it was so funny, I don't mind it.
Right. And then for the men's, I mean, I thought Kofi Kingston kind of stole the show in the men's. But really everything else, there wasn't all the other guys, there wasn't much to write home about. You know? Like that's why I was like, it was good, but I'm not I'm not going back to it saying it's the best ever. Like I'm not going to rewatch it over and over.
All right.
But it's just me.
No, I do remember while watching it, and the couple days afterwards, I was like, that was a good match. That was a good match. I enjoyed that. I had fun watching it. But I agree. I don't see any need to re-watch it. The women's match, maybe, just because my girls.
Of course,
so many of my girls were in it, and also because it's the crowning of the first ever women's tag match or tag titles.
Yep.
So like that has a significance.
Yes,
to it.
I agree with you.
But yeah, Kofi Mania.
Yeah. So that's
Kofi.
That's pretty much the recap, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
So. To touch on a couple things that have happened between the pay-per-views before we jump right into Fastlane.
Let's touch them.
I can't remember if Becky's suspension happened before it happened after. Mm-hmm. Okay, so both our main threads on the two products involve people with title opportunities getting removed from said opportunities, getting suspended, or Becky was suspended, and then Kofi was just relieved of his position.
That's correct.
I at first in general, like Vince McMahon, like coming out and just being like, I don't feel like you should be in this match. Like I was like, oh, there's more creative ways to do this, guys.
I agree.
But I will say, like, as it's grown on me, like, I have gotten more interested in the where the story thread is going. Rough start, but I've enjoyed the evolution of the story.
I think it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
I think if you wanted to write Kofi out of the match at Fastlane, there was a better way to do that than just having Vince McMahon come out. Because we've seen that before.
Yes.
I think that I think we need to do I think if there was something better, because it just felt forced that now Kevin Owens, as great as he is now in this match, but he really didn't do anything.
Yes. No, I agree.
And this is the same guy that headbutted Vince McMahon, 6 months ago.
Hey.
Or before that,
You're not supposed to remember that.
Oh, right, of course. But I mean, so and Vince came out and he was like, I've got someone that's more well deserving. Somebody that needs to be in this match, and I don't know. I thought it was lame. I thought it wasn't very creative, but it shouldn't be surprising because that's what we've kind of gotten used to nowadays. That's why, characters like the Man are so are so enthralling to us that we love it so much because it's different. Yeah, sure, people want to tie it back to Vince McMahon, or not Vince, but Steve Austin, right? But to us, it's new, it's fresh. But this whole Vince McMahon coming out and taking Kofi out, I think, is dumb.
I agree. Like I said, I don't like the start of it. I do like. Well, with Becky, I mean, you remember I tweeted that I was canceling my subscription because Becky got taken out of the match and was being replaced with Charlotte. So like now, especially with like last night's Raw, where like where like just magically the suspension was lifted because because Ronda put the belt down.
Right.
That was a little like that, that could have been handled cooler, but oh my God, R-Truth is doing the you can't see me. They're totally going to have him face John Cena.
That'd be great.
Sorry. You all saw this.
Squirrel.
Yeah. But yeah, so but like the having the match at Fastlane be Becky versus Charlotte to get the vacant women's title. When I first heard that, I was like, yes, I am very into that. I like that idea. And then they can have Ronda come in, fuck it up, and that's how they explain why it's a good thing that they're in a triple threat match.
Yes.
Because that was what I was always like about with the triple threat match. I didn't like the idea of them having a triple threat match just for the sake of having a triple threat match, which is what it felt like without prior to that. But yeah, like I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Then Stephanie did what McMahon does, and Ronda walks out and is like, I want my title back, and Stephanie's like, oh, okay, here's your title back.
Yeah.
Let me change, what's going to happen at Fastlane, and if Becky wins, that she gets to be in the match. And I was like, you took something that I thought was great, and you made it something that I think is mediocre. But that's my neck beard tingling.
It's best for business.
Sure.
Come on.
But so, and then Kofi, yeah, I kind of agree. I like seeing Kevin Owens back, but like, Selena Vega, I love you. That was a great. That was a great. What was that? Hurricane Rana, off the edge, and then Carmella, super kick. Anyway, sorry, you've all seen this. But yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of torn on Kofi still. I do feel like bringing Kevin Owens in to do the Fastlane match means that they decided that they want to have Bryan versus Kofi at Mania. Fingers crossed that's true.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But then what do you do with Kevin Owens?
I don't know.
See, and that's why I think it's kind
Put
of
him
a
in
waste.
triple threat match between John Cena and R-Truth for the U.S. title.
Oh.
Because Kevin Owens won the U.S. title his first night.
Never mind.
Oh. Okay. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Samoa Joe is the new U.S. champion. I don't know how I feel about that.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I liked R-Truth being the champion.
Yeah, but it's legit now. It's a legit championship.
Is it?
Put it on somebody like him. I'm all about it. A lot.
So what's our first match at Fastlane?
Well,
let's talk about it.
Do you want to start with the Becky Lynch Charlotte Flair match?
Sure, why
Since
not?
We're already talking about it.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Let's just jump into it.
Yeah, might as well. So if Becky wins, she gets added to the triple threat. If she loses, she's out. I think both of us kind of know where this is going.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that we are both marking and smarking
to the man.
Becky winning.
Yes.
So I've already so much so that I've already started typing it before I said that.
Now, does Ronda get involved?
I totally think that Ronda gets involved. I don't know at what capacity she'll get involved. But I think inadvertently, or actually vertently, causes Becky to win.
Okay.
She comes in and low blows Charlotte or something like that.
Okay.
While the ref's not looking, and then that's gives Becky the ability to put in the disarmer or something along those lines. Just because Ronda is like, no, I want to kick the shit out of Becky Lynch. Hey, look, there's Becky Lynch. As if she heard me calling her name. So, talking to an extra backstage.
So she's not really hurt, right?
No. You could tell by the way that she was bridging while she was in the armbar that she had no problem putting weight on that knee.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, kayfabe. Yeah, no, she's totally hurt.
Yeah, super injured. Okay.
But yeah, I think that's probably going to be one of the best matches of the night too.
Okay.
One of.
So we'll move to the next. We had other big news last week. Roman Reigns is in remission.
Right. Oh, I didn't even touch on that when I was recapping the.
Yep.
But yeah, good for him.
Yes.
Very glad to see him back. Very happy that the crowd has not yet turned on him.
Well,
although if you look at Twitter, there are tons of people with their conspiracy theories that leukemia is not real.
And this is their way of getting
finally getting him the cheers that they've always wanted.
Exactly. And then this past Raw, we got a kind of reuniting of the Shield.
Yeah, reunited, and it feels so good.
It does. Now the question is whether or not this will be the last time, But we'll see. But they're going against Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley
Yeah.
in a 6-man tag team match.
The corporate captains.
I think you and I know where this is going.
Yeah, I'm shielding it.
You and me both.
Love the diversity in our choices.
So far, so good. The WWE Women's Tag Team title match. We have Sasha and Bayley against Nia Jax and Tamina. And I think we both are going the same way here.
Probably.
It's hard for me to get behind Nia and Tamina.
Yeah.
I don't think in the history of our podcast that I have marked out or wanted to mark out to Nia Jax.
Yeah.
So I think we're both in the same boat.
Yep.
I think
bossing it.
I think they'd stick it until WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't see why they would take it off them before WrestleMania. Ooh, Aleister Black.
Do you think The Undertaker will be here for WrestleMania? Just as
I don't
a side
know.
note, since we keep agreeing on stuff.
with the recent news of him taking out bookings, not wrestling but appearance bookings outside of WWE things, I'm wondering if he sits this one out completely.
Wow.
He wasn't there at Ric Flair's birthday party. Granted, I don't know how good his relationship. Sting was there because they were WCW boys. But
how excited are you for the Triple H Batista? Because you and I actually were there when this started.
It's true. It's true.
At
the seeds were
SmackDown
planted.
1000.
Yeah.
Batista, the Triple H, Ric Flair, Randy Orton, they were having their little love fest.
Mm-hmm.
And,
then
Batista was like, Triple H, you've done everything except beat me. And everyone was like, oh. And then you start jumping up and down. I'm like, why are you doing that, man? And you're like, yeah, let's see him fight.
Because I like hometown boys. Yeah.
Are you excited about it? I mean, can you get behind it? Because now they're in a war of words.
Well,
and you brought up the birthday party for Ric Flair, and then how Batista, did I get your attention, Hunter?
So famously, I missed Batista's entire run. Both runs. Right. I missed everything. So I don't really have much experience with him as a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that one gif of him getting clocked by Mark Henry and looking behind him before falling backwards.
Yes,
it's a big famous botch of his.
Yes.
But I do like him as an actor, and so I'm excited for Ms. and Mrs. as well. But I do like him as an actor, and sure. I mean, if H is gonna have to have a match at WrestleMania, which it seems like he does.
Yeah.
Then I'm excited that it's going to be someone from his past versus, someone for him to bury on their way up.
Yeah. No, I agree. Him versus Blue Tista.
Yeah. Did you like his touch of blue with his just painfully blue nose ring?
Yes.
I feel like that was a conscious effort to be like, no, I'm the heel in this match. I'm the bad guy.
So the WWE SmackDown Tag Team title is up at Fastlane. The Busos and then McMiz.
As I said earlier, the match that won me the championship last time.
Yes.
Are we gonna be voting the same ways that we did at Elimination Chamber?
You know darn well I'm not marking out to the Busos.
Okay, so this is going to be the match that decides it again.
It is. It is
because I'm literally doing the same prediction that I did for Elimination Chamber. I'm gonna mark out for the Usos, but something deep down inside me says that McMiz is going to get it.
I don't think McMiz is going to get it. I think the Busos are going to retain, but I'm going to mark out to McMiz. Then we got the SmackDown Women's title match, which not a lot of people are talking about.
I don't even know who Asuka is facing.
Mandy Rose.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you saw this, but they had a house show.
Oh, did they?
Where Asuka got dropped on her head by Mandy's finisher, and they had to stop the match.
Oh.
But Asuka has since come out, said that she's okay. She hit more of her back than her neck. But still, it's not good for Mandy going into a pay-per-view.
Yeah. But those cats that, learn the strong style, like half of their training is being dropped on their neck.
Yes.
So that they can build up the strength of their neck.
Yep.
I don't. So, I'm a big fan of Asuka, and Mandy. Like Mandy, I've known Mandy since she was in the tryout show. Right.
I saw her on the Indies. Man,
I didn't see her on the Indies, but what is it called?
Tough Enough.
Tough Enough. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I've known about her since Tough Enough, and I fucking despised her on Tough Enough because she was a real bitch.
You didn't like her?
No. Well, so I was like instantly in love with Sarah Lee.
Yeah. Well,
and like she was her like main foil, but like since then I'm like, oh, like I legitimately feel like Mandy's, like, her whole persona is that she's just a pretty face, but like, oh no, I feel like she actually like is able to work quite well, and she's actually quite a good wrestler. And main problem with her as a contestant on Tough Enough was that she had a decent wrestling background.
Right.
So she was trying to do like wrestler shit, and they're like, no, stop doing wrestler shit. You're supposed to be a trainee. Do trainee shit. So like, I think regardless, Asuka is going to retain, like Smark style.
Agreed.
But I'm not sure who I would mark out more for.
I don't either.
Give me your thoughts while I mull over it.
No, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not 100% sold on. I would like to see Mandy win, but I don't think I would really go crazy if Mandy won. Just because I don't believe it'll happen. I mean, from a smart perspective, Asuka's retaining.
Yeah.
But I need more to the storyline to really get behind Mandy Rose. And there's nothing there. There's nothing.
Yeah, like what did she do to earn this?
You know what I mean?
Other than dropping her on her head at a battle show.
So I don't know, to be honest, Chris. I really, I think if there was more for me to get behind Mandy, other than man is she beautiful, I there's really nothing.
I mean, if Corey Graves is to be believed, that's all you need.
That's true. But Corey Graves believes that Mela is pretty money. And I can't really blame him for that either. But I'm going Smart and Mark Asuka. I mean, I think if there was more build-up, and that's what I think is kind of bad about this, the SmackDown Women's title is exactly what you said. You don't even know who she's facing.
Yeah.
There's no storyline. Everything's about the man and Charlotte and Ronda, that this is just really getting forgotten. Yeah. And that's a disservice, in my opinion, to Asuka.
Yeah, for sure. And Mandy. But
and the rest of the women's division.
True, yeah, but yeah, especially for Asuka, since she is equally, a champion of the women's division,
right?
So yeah, I think chances. Yeah, I think as it stands right now, I'm gonna mark out more for Asuka. So you and I are both. It's still just the one match,
and now we come down to the last one, the WWE title match between Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens.
Ooh. So,
go ahead.
I think for surezies, Smark-wise, Daniel Bryan's still retaining.
Agreed.
But again, kind of the same boat as Asuka and Mandy. Like, it's just dumped there.
Yeah, there's no build up.
I do love me some Kevin Owens, and it's going to be very exciting to see him back in the ring. I think actually, I think I would mark out more for Kevin Owens winning than Daniel Bryan retaining. Please tell me you're thinking the same thing. You son of a bitch.
See, but I run into the same problem as I do for the Asuka match, and that is that I'm not like I feel like as much as I love Kevin Owens, and you know that, there's no build up. He was just thrown in. They should have kept it with Kofi, and if they really wanted Kevin Owens in this match, they should have had Kevin come beat Kofi up.
Yeah, have him be a surprise return at Fastlane.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
that would have been so much better.
Or maybe, Daniel Bryan, has his henchman go and jump Kofi.
Yeah.
And then Kofi can't wrestle, so it's like, oh, well, we need somebody to come in, and then you hear da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Then we get into it, right?
Wow.
I can't get into it.
Yeah.
And even if Kevin wins, I'm going to be looking at it and say, well, so what? What's next?
Yeah.
You had this big run by Daniel Bryan just to have him come short just before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And now we're going to have people that, Daniel Bryan's going to want a match to win it back. But then you got the Kofi Mania.
Mm-hmm.
You got the people that are like, hey, we want Kofi. And then we got KO Mania. Like, how many Manias?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I am excited about a new KO Mania shirt. I've got 2 of them.
I think I'm going Daniel Bryan here.
Yeah, that's where
just
the smart money's in.
Well, I'm going more for, it's hard for me really to get behind anything else.
Yeah.
And would it be cool if Kevin Owens wins? Sure, but I'm left with more questions than I am just pure joy.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about Lie.
Real quick, before we sign off.
Now we're done. It's over.
Okay.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Real quick.
You know what? Let's wrap up.
Hey, make it real quick.
I did just remember in our recap of Elimination Chamber, we did not discuss the Go MVP title.
Yes.
Did you want to? I'm fine with retaining it. With no contest.
Well, it was hard for me to really pick a match that really stood out.
Yeah.
As the real, the one that really was the best match of the night, right? If I had to pick one, I would have to say it was probably one that we both got wrong.
Oh.
So I would have to go to the second best match that we didn't get wrong, that we got right.
Yeah.
And gosh, it's one of those pay-per-views that I don't think there was one.
There was no MVP.
I really don't think
the title goes vacant.
I think the title, you're going to have to leave the title. No, I don't think there was any, I don't know, man. I don't want to be rough on a pay-per-view.
Right.
Because I really think that this is going to be the same way.
Yeah.
Until we get to WrestleMania. But
we need another Great Balls of Fire is what we need.
Another Armageddon.
Yeah.
But I think you retain it.
Okay.
Because I think the match of the night was the men's Elimination Chamber. And I think Kofi stole the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think neither of us got it right. We carry on.
Fair enough.
There we go.
I'll see you at Fastlane.
Life in the Fastlane. It'll make you lose your mind. Life in the Fastlane. And then we go to WrestleMania, which I'm excited about. And you're probably even more excited about because you are going to be there in person.
Yes.
So I am going to be 100% jelly, but you're pretty good at sending me pictures, better than I am sending pictures for you. So we'll do the recap after Fastlane, and we're going to get a lot of drinks from Malt.
Yeah,
and SJY 3000. If you're listening, there's your plug.
Boom.
See you, everybody.
See you.